Gary Cahill is out of Euro 2012. Liverpool's Martin Kelly and not Rio Ferdinand is his replacement. We'll have reaction, including a response from the Manchester United defender. And there's some significant transfer news from the Premier League as a Liverpool player heads for Turkey. First, to a major blow for England. Just 8 days before their opening match of Euro 2012 against France, defender Gary Cahill has been ruled out of the tournament with a broken jaw. Liverpool's Martin Kelly has been called up as a replacement. Cahill went for a second scan today after injuring himself during last night's 1-0 win over Belgium at Wembley. The scan revealed that the Chelsea defender has 2 fractures of his jaw, one either side. Cahill suffered the injury after being shoved in the back by Belgium's Dries Mertens, which caused him to collide with England goalkeeper Joe Hart. Cahill had been expected to be part of England's starting lineup at Euro 2012 alongside John Terry. Kelly's inclusion means Rio Ferdinand has again been overlooked. The Manchester United defender, who's won 81 caps for England, was left out of the original squad for what Roy Hodgson calls football reasons. Hodgson insisted his decision had nothing to do with the forthcoming court case into whether John Terry racially abused his brother Anton Ferdinand, a charge Terry denies.
Well, it's purely a footballing decision. I mean, Rio's a man that I both respect as a player and as a person. I don't know him well personally, but of course, like everyone in the room, I've seen enough of him over the years to realise what a fine football player he is and what a good person he is. But I had to make a footballing decision. I had to decide on the basis, basically, of what I've seen in recent months, and in particular, influenced also to some extent by the fact that Rio hasn't played so much since the World Cup and has only played once for England in the last year.
So Hodgson citing football reasons for leaving out Ferdinand, but the Manchester United defender appeared to react in dismay after being overlooked for a second time. He sent a message to his 2 million followers on Twitter saying, "What reasons?"
You can understand the player's frustration, can't you? Here's a man who's been to 4 World Cups, played in 2 of them and played really well as well. We were told originally nothing to do with the fact that John Terry is accused of racially abusing Rio's brother Anton, and of course that court case takes place a week after the Euros. John Terry incidentally denies that charge, of course, but we're told it's got nothing to do with that he was left out. But I suppose people will say, well, hang on, you're talking about an England player with 80 caps who's had a good season with Manchester United against Liverpool's reserve right back who's got 2 minutes of international experience. So it does seem on the surface a slightly puzzling selection.
While there was bad news over Cahill today, there was good news over Terry. The Chelsea captain was past fit after going off against Belgium with a hamstring injury. He'll be reassessed on Tuesday. Robert Green is part of the England Euro 2012 squad and he'll be looking for a new club when he comes back from Poland and Ukraine. West Ham have confirmed Green is leaving on a free transfer. Green joined West Ham from Norwich for £2 million in 2006. He's made 219 appearances for the club but has failed to agree a new deal and will now move on. On his way into Upton Park could be Grant Holt. We understand West Ham have bid £4 million for the Norwich striker. Holt is keen to follow Paul Lambert out of Carrow Road, but Norwich have rejected his transfer request. Fenerbahce have announced the signing of Dirk Kuyt from Liverpool for a fee of just over £1 million. Kuyt, who's currently with the Netherlands Euro 2012 squad, has signed a 3-year deal with the Turkish club. The striker, who had just a year left to run on his contract at Liverpool, lost his starting place under Kenny Dalglish last season. Meanwhile, Swansea are being frustrated in their attempts to replace Brendan Rodgers. We understand talks with Wigan assistant Graham Jones have broken down. We also understand that Jones is the only candidate they've interviewed. Jones was assistant to Roberto Martinez when he was in charge at Swansea. Now to Roland Garros, and Novak Djokovic is through to the quarter-finals, but it was an extremely difficult 4th round tie for him against 22nd seed Andreas Seppi. Seppi won the first 2 sets, but the top seed fought back to win 4-6, 6-7, 6-3, 7-5, 6-3. The match took more than 4 hours to complete, but Djokovic surviving the scare to progress. Elsewhere, Roger Federer came from a set down to beat 21-year-old David Goffin. Goffin was only in the draw as a lucky loser and went out in 4 sets to the 16-time Grand Slam winner. To golf, and Thongchai JD from Thailand has won the Wales Open at Celtic Manor by 1 shot. JD hit a final round 72 to complete his 5th win on the European Tour, but his first in Europe. His other victories came in Asia. Spain's Gonzalo Fidesz Castano finished a shot back despite an impressive final round 67. Ross Fisher was a shot further back. He was penalised 1 stroke for slow play on the 14th. Coming up on Sky Sports, there's live golf right now with day 4 of the Memorial Tournament. That's over on Sky Sports 1 HD. And the IndyCar Series continues tonight. Coverage gets underway from 8:30 on Sky Sports 2 HD.
Watch all 6 Sky Sports channels on your mobile and online.